It's that time of year again, and everyone is in for a special treat. And what better way to get your spook on than to get yourself a limited edition Let's Go trick-or-treating t-shirts or hoodies. Get them before they disappear forever on November 3rd. Link will be in the description below. One more thing before we start this video though. I don't know if you guys remember Mystic Sage, my anime channel, but it's back and I'm currently uploading on there again. If you guys enjoy anime, be sure to subscribe to Mystic Sage. I do countdowns, speculations, theories, and much more over there anime related. If you like anime, then I definitely recommend checking it out. Link will be in the description and in the iCard, as well as a brand new video I uploaded there already. A lot of you must be shaking your head in curiosity, asking, what? Another best team so soon? Where is Innova? I figured with Torterra and Empoleon's best team revolving around Platinum, I thought the same would need to be done with Infernape. If you saw the original best team for Sinnoh back in the day, you know that the entire best team revolved around all three Sinnoh games. As I mentioned in all other teams revolving around Platinum, having a team that revolved around all three games made it more difficult to pick Pokemon because we're limited by the number of choices we have. That is why Pokemon Platinum is superior, because we have a lot more options and ground to pick from. The other reason I want to remake this team is because a lot of you were saying the original best team for Sinnoh was way too slow. To be honest, I agree. The entire best team definitely was slow. This time the team will be a lot more balanced and a lot different. Alright, intro out of the way, let's get into what a best team is and what makes a best team. Cutting straight to the chase, a best team is a team of 6 Pokemon that is designed for the absolute best performance for its said Pokemon game. The team revolves around a best starter choice and is then made into a team revolving around that best set starter. In our case, Chimchar. Each team member is designed to do well against certain gym leaders, the Elite Four members, champion, rival, and the evil team leaders. In the end, we have a team that does well against all the most important battles in-game. When making this team, we do provide movesets for each of the Pokemon as well. We include TM moves, but we do not allow egg moves nor post-game tutor moves. Alright, that's pretty much what a best team is. Let's hop right into this remastered team. Starting off for our team, we have the best Sinnoh starter, Chimchar. Chimchar evolves into the best fire Pokemon in the entire Sinnoh region, Infernape. I always talk about how Pokemon Diamond and Pearl lack fire Pokemon, and it's pretty true unless you have Infernape. All other fire Pokemon suck in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Infernape is still the best fire Pokemon though, even in Pokemon Platinum. In addition, with its fighting type, Infernape stomps down Sinnoh as it is able to take out the majority of important battles by itself. There's also its great stats and great move pool too. Infernape can be a mixed attacker, being able to take on so many Pokemon from both sides. It can run Flare Blitz or Flamethrower, depending on what side you like more, physical attack or special attack. A starter Pokemon with 104 in both attack stats and 108 speed? I can't even lie, I think this is one of the best starter Pokemon you can get without even having a Mega. A moveset for a Pokemon such as Infernape is really basic but strong. For stab, we have both Close Combat and Flamethrower. For coverage, we have U-Turn and Shadow Claw. Close Combat can be learned at level 41, and Flamethrower can be found in the Fuego Ironworks. If you want to use Flare Blitz, you can, I just don't like the recoil. U-Turn can be found south of Kanalava City by surfing, and Shadow Claw can be obtained after defeating Fantina in battle. Earlier moves the Chimchar line can get are moves like Ember, Flame Wheel, and Mach Punch. Just use these moves until Infernape is ready to learn its finalized moveset. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, and you can even use moves like Dig for coverage. The Dig TM can be found on Route 214 in the Rune Maniac Cave. With all these moves, the Chimchar line is great against Rourke, Gardenia, Malian's Lucario, Byron's team, Canis's team, Aaron's team, Bertha's rock types, Flint's Houndoom. You can use Shadow Claw against Lucian, but I think that's a dumb idea. Cynthia's Roserade and Lucario. Barry's entire team aside from Staraptor and Rapidash. Cyrus's Houndoom and Weavile. Mars's Perugly, and the rest of the admins Bronzor. I have one more piece of advice before we end off Infernape. Be sure to evolve Chimchar into Monferno before taking on Rourke. That way you have a stab fighting attack being Mach Punch, and you don't have rocks hitting you for super effective damage. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have our first brand new member in Floatzel. In the original best team, we had Gastronon, but this caused the team to be a bit slower, and one of the things we for sure wanted to do was have a bit more of a fast-paced experience. While it may have less HP and defenses compared to Gastronon, it makes up for it in its speed and attack. Also, it has a better move pool in my opinion, so that's also another reason for picking Floatzel over Gastronon. So first off, you're going to be picking up Buizel pretty early in the Valley Windworks. From there, you just get up to level 26 and you're good to go. As I said at the beginning, Floatzel is pretty decent stat-wise, having fantastic attack and speed, decently good HP and special attack, with the only downside being pretty poor defenses. Its move pool isn't half bad either, getting access to a variety of coverage moves. Now for the final moveset on Floatzel, we have Crunch, Surf, Waterfall, and either Ice Beam or Blizzard. Crunch is learned as soon as Buizel evolves into Floatzel at level 26. There's a chance that your Buizel will have Pursuit on it when you first get it, and if so, just use that until it evolves. Surf is obtained in Celestia Town from Cynthia's grandmother after you defeat Cyrus, and Waterfall is obtained in Sunyshore City from Jasmine after you beat Volkner. Since both of the moves come a bit later, you can just use Water Gun and Aqua Jet until then. And finally, for Ice Beam, you can get that on Route 216, which requires Rock Climb, or you can try your luck at the Veilstone Game Corner. Or if you prefer the more powerful but less accurate, you can use Blizzard. You can get its TM at the Veilstone department store. Both are great moves, it just depends on whether you like taking risks or not. With these moves, Floatzel can do well against Fantina's team, Byron, Steelix, and Bastiodon, Canis' Piloswine and Frostlass, Aaron's Yanmega and Vespiquen, most of Bertha's team aside from Whiscash, all of Flint's team, most of Lucian's team except Glade with Crunch, Cynthia's Roserade, Togekiss, and Garchomp, Barry Staraptor, Rapidash, and Roserade, the Galactic Admin's Golbat, and Cyrus's Houndoom, Haunchcrow, and Crobat. For our flyer, I don't think this is a surprise for anybody. Welcome back, Staraptor. I mentioned how great Staraptor is in the previous best teams. It's got great physical attack and speed, and it's easily the best out of all the early flyers. It gets moves like Brave Bird, Close Combat, Return, and this Pokemon pretty much shreds Sinnoh. It's the best flying option you can get, in my opinion, for the entire Sinnoh region. You get it really early game, and it carries you until the end practically. Staraptor's moveset is going to be the same exact one for the Torterra best team, except I'm changing up one of the moves. We have Fly, Brave Bird, Return, in Close Combat. Fly is here because obviously we need it. Brave Bird is extremely powerful, even though it does have recoil. It dents teams hard. If you want a safer alternative, Aerial Ace is another option you can choose from. The TM for that can be found on Route 213 after smashing a rock. The TM is in front of the broken rock, relatively easy to find. Aerial Ace also never misses, so that's another plus. Return is one of the most powerful normal type attacks if you have max happiness, and if you use Staraptor a lot, that should be really easy to do. The Return TM can be obtained from Professor Rowan pretty much right after you get your starter Pokemon. Close Combat can be learned at level 34. Star's defenses may drop, but Close Combat is so powerful that I don't think you need to worry about it all that much. Plus, Close Combat is also very situational because Infernape is our fighting type Pokemon. Close Combat just makes sense for Staraptor due to Steel types and Rock types, and if it ever comes in handy in certain situations. Earlier moves for Staraptor include moves like Wing Attack or Quick Attack. Use the earlier stab moves until you get its finalized moveset. With those moves, Staraptor does great against Gardenia. Maylene's team aside from Lucario, Byron's and Canis' team are risky with Close Combat. Aaron's team aside from Drapion, Bertha's Rock types, risky. Flint's Houndoom, Lucian's Glade, Cynthia's Roserade and Lucario, Barry's team aside from Rapidash and Staraptor, Cyrus's Houndoom and Weavile, Mars's Purugly, and Saturn's Toxicroak. Next up is another new member, being one of the most powerful Pokemon in Sinnoh, Garchomp. Now I know I've never used Garchomp on the best team, and the biggest reason was because of how long it takes to evolve it. However, that's not really too big of an issue, and we kind of wanted to go out with the bang considering this remastered best team is supposed to be the best out of all the Sinnoh best teams. Plus, a lot of you guys were pretty upset that Garchomp wasn't on any of the best teams, so for those of you that wanted him, here you go. You can get Gible decently early in a secret area in Wayward Cave. It can be between level 17 and 20, so definitely try to shoot for the highest one. As Gible, it's pretty useless, but fortunately evolves at level 24. Being a pseudo, it has very good stats, particularly HP, attack, and speed, with pretty good solid defenses. Its move pool is also filled with variety, so you don't really go wrong with having this Pokemon on your team. For its moveset, we decided on Draco Meteor, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Brick Break. Now, Draco Meteor is one of the rare instances where I'll actually allow tier moves, because it's not post-game. However, you have to have max friendship on your Pokemon, so it'll probably be a while until you can learn it. Or you can just use Dragon Claw the entire time, because I think it's personally better. Earthquake can be found in Wayward Cave, so you can just pick it up as you're getting your Gible. Rock Slide can be obtained on Mount Coronet near the exit of the 207. It's a pretty solid move, but if you want something just a little more powerful and accurate, the choice is pretty much yours. However, I believe you should teach it Rock Slide just to have coverage through a good portion of the game. And lastly, Brick Break is obtained at Oreburg Gate. With this moveset, Garchomp does well against Maylene's Lucario, Byron's team, Volkner's team, Aaron's Yanmega, Vespiquen, and Drapion, Bertha's Golem and Rhyperior, Flint's team, Lucian's Bronzong, Cynthia's Togekiss, Lucario, and Garchomp, although you'll want to be careful against that one. Barry's Staraptor, Rapidash, Snorlax, and Empoleon, all of the Galactic Admin's Pokemon, and Cyrus's entire team. Again, it might take a bit to get Garchomp, but once you have everything together, it can absolutely destroy your opponents. For our fifth member, we have one of the best evolutions, being Jolteon. It's always nice to have an evolution during a playthrough, and Jolteon isn't shy to being on a best team. You can get an Eevee as a gift from Bebe in Hearthome City. Fortunately for us, the Eevee is level 20 in Platinum compared to 5 in Diamond and Pearl, so it won't be too underleveled, making it much more manageable. To evolve Eevee into Jolteon, you'll need a Thunderstone, which is found much earlier compared to Diamond and Pearl, being in the Solaceon Ruins, which again is a very nice thing that Game Freak did for us. Stat-wise, Jolteon is nicely spread out, notably with its fantastic special attack and speed. Its move pool is decent enough now as well compared to other generations it was available in, so that's a nice bonus. As for its final moveset, we have Thunderbolt, Double Team, Hyper Beam, and Shadow Ball. Double Team's TM can be found in Wayward Cave, Thunderbolt's in Valley Windworks, Hyper Beam on the top floor of the Veilstone department store, and finally Shadow Ball on Route 210. I know it's a lot of TMs, but a lot of its better moves are when it's a much higher level or in the post game, so these are really the best options. However, with these moves, Jolteon does well against Canis's Frostlass, Erenzia and Mega and Vespiquen, Lucian's team of Shadow Ball, Cynthia's Togekiss and Milotic, Barry's Staraptor and Empoleon, the Galactic Admin's Golbats and Bronzor lines, and Cyrus's Honchkrow, Crobat, and Gyarados. While Jolteon may not be the most amazing team member, it provides some nice coverage against some of your opponent's important Pokemon, so it's definitely earned its spot on this team. I remember on the old best team for Sinnoh, I was contemplating on using this Pokemon, and I am so glad I decided to use it this time around. Welcome, supposed best team veteran, Weavile. Sneasel can be obtained on Route 216, just right outside of Mount Coronet before you make your way up to Snowpoint City. Weavile is a Dark and Ice type Pokemon. It has a great physical attack stat along with great speed. Compared to the previous team's Abomasnow, I have no idea why we didn't just use Weavile originally. Regardless of how long it takes to evolve Sneasel into Weavile, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a great Pokemon. Sneasel has some great stats and a great starting moveset before we get into Weavile's finalized one. We needed a dark type Pokemon for the team. Before we could use Houndoom, but since we have Infernape as our fire type, now we can use Weavile as our dark type. Though Sneasel and Weavile are late game mons, they come in handy more than you think, and I will get into that momentarily. The Razor Claw that evolves Sneasel can be found on Victory Road as well. Sneasel's move pool is a great one, but because we can't use egg moves, it lacks some power. Regardless though, the moveset we have planned for it I think can work just as well. First for stab, we have Night Slash and Avalanche. For coverage, Iron Tail and X-Scissor. Night Slash unfortunately can't be learned until level 35 as a Weavile, and since you can't get it as a Sneasel, you're going to have to use a Heart Scale with the Mover Learner. Feint Attack is great for the time being, although I'm not sure if you're going to need a Heart Scale for relearning Feint Attack or not, but if you do, simply go to Pastoria and relearn it again. Avalanche can be obtained from Canis after defeating her. Iron Tail can be found on Iron Island, and X-Scissor can be found on Route 221 after a little bit of surfing. There aren't really any early moves Sneasel can get before you capture it neither. All the moves you need are already on there, unless you need to relearn Feint Attack again. With these moves, Sneasel and Weavile do great against Erenzia and Mega and Vespiquen, Bertha's team, Lucian's team aside from Glade and Bronzong, Cynthia's Togekiss and Garchomp, Barry's Staraptor and Roserade, Cyrus's Crobat, Honchkrow and Weavile, and the Galactic Admin's Golbats. Well, that pretty much wraps up this best team for Sinnoh Remastered. The last best team was slow and lacked a lot of Pokemon that could have been there. With just Pokemon Platinum revolving around Infernape, we have a lot more to choose from and power to unleash. The best team for Sinnoh is also finally completed. Next stop, Black and White. I hope you guys did enjoy this best team though. I think it turned out really great. Would you guys have changed any of the Pokemon on the team though? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content and Nintendo content like shiny hunting, showdown battles, even Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky speedruns. Zelda, Fire Emblem, you guys name it, I play it. Want to support me further and gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Fly Jubilee, Daniel Yon, Lady Crimson, Derpy Poster, Pal491, and Jarrett Weeze Austin did. I want to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon and I will see you in the future for more awesome Pokemon content.